All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look at the market today, Thursday. Now, I already posted the Astro hours onto the members area, and today let's see what we've got. Now, Thursday, 11th of Jan. Okay, so today we've got new moon. Now, remember, we said Wednesday or Thursday is going to be a swing day for gold. All right, that's the impulse wave. This is like a nice move up. If we get up here or up there, we're going to sell off. Now, I did a bit of a small buy trade today. That trade is already covered, so the second position is still open. I can actually get out of this because why? Because of this breakdown here. Okay, so we've got room to push down a little bit more. There's a bit of gap to follow, 1997. And on the weekly, we've got 49, 1987 going in there. And we've got 1983 on the price. Okay, so the market still has got potential to come down. This is the second time I've gone against the trend this week. One was up here, market went up. In fact, maybe it was the third, because I had another gold thing that was up to the daily and whatever. Okay, I think it was maybe the second or the third. And yesterday I had one, and today as well, going against the trend. I just can't seem to be right there at the right place at the right price at the right time when I want to sell, which is in fact what I wanted to do, right? But I still want to sell. Where can we sell today? On the daily, you see we've got the good buy kiss on the price at 2023. On the weekly, the blue 54 is 2019. So that 2019, which is exactly where I've got the second take profit, and 2023 is right here, and this is a sweet spot. So if we come up into here during the day, selling is not a bad option, and that can happen in the afternoon, actually. All right, it can happen in the afternoon. All right, so this is why I've got a take profit just under 2019, just in that 2018 zone there. And I've already got a very, very tight stop loss here, as you can see, okay? And I've already taken a profit. As you know from your trainings, I open two positions all the time, according to risk, obviously, not risking more than the designated percentage of the account. One I like to cover, and the other one I like to take like 1 to 4, 5, whatever, all right? And that can just pretty much, as you can see, go in that direction. Because with astrology, our stops are tight, we're okay to do that, okay? And if you learned astrology from me, you would have had these hours in the early hours of the morning, okay? However, right, obviously, if you didn't, then no big deal, right? So you have to wait for those hours. But on a general note, going up to sell is what I'd like to do with gold. Also on the monthly, we've got room to come down. SP 500, let's take a look. With SP 500, guys, remember yesterday, so selling at Astro hours was the way to go. That's your Astro hour, big push down. Now look at those levels. Remember, I colored this into purple yesterday, and I said this is a target zone, right? So if you pushed into that target zone, well done, all right? If you sold at Astro hours or the weekly pivot, you should have been just fine. As you can see, that's the weekly pivot. That's an Astro hour. So all you have to do is just push kind of down. And as you can see, it came down to the targets at the Astro hours, and then it picked up beautifully right on the target. And this is good. And this is also, this is why targeting is so important, as you can see, right? So what to do with SP 500? All right, well, what we can do with SP 500 is keep selling. All right, we can keep selling that. The question is where. Right, the question is where. Weekly pivot you can do. All right. I didn't put the rest of the Astro hours here, but you should if you're going to trade it, obviously. So the weekly pivot is okay to push down. This zone is not bad. There's a good sell-off here where the market closed below that swing. If I just take this into the 1 hour chart for the benefit of the exercise, let's see, 8 a.m. on a 1 hour chart is really nice to use. So on a 1 hour chart here, as you can see, this zone is going to be a bit of a resistance zone. Okay, but we've done all the targets. There's still room to come down into that zone there. Okay, so if we head up into the weekly pivot, this zone is also, as you can see, as the first resistance of the day. All right. If we break above that, okay, we've got 54, 53 there, 4,751.55. So 47, which is actually here, which is your weekly pivot. Okay. So weekly pivot is looking like a nice spot, 4755. Let's see if we've got anything on the weekly. SP 500, not particularly. Okay, and the weekly is there, and the daily, the low of that, 4747, 4747 is pretty much there. So this zone is pretty much a sell zone, okay? 4747 is going to be just about there, okay? So as you can see, it's nicely resisting here as well. And if I take a look at that 52, it's 4744. All right. So this zone is actually all right for the market to kind of resist. Okay. And on the daily, it's done all the targets. So on the weekly, it hasn't though. Oh, wait, on the weekly, it has as well. Okay. So we have to be still sellers though on the pull up. All right. So if we get back up, sell again. Now the SP 500 swing day is a Thursday today. Okay. So just bear with me. Today is the what? 7th. Today is the 18th. Friday is a swing day. Sorry. Monday was a swing day. All right. So that's Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. All right. So Monday was a swing day. So Friday, we could still head down. Okay. So selling is not a bad opportunity to push the market down even lower into this zone. All right. Weekly. Let's take a look. Here's weekly. That's on the euro dollar. Now on the weekly, 55 is 0930. So let's take a look at 0930, which is there. All right, so that's not a bad selling spot. And the weekly pivot, obviously. Okay. On the daily, we've got 47, 1.0920, 0924, 1.0920, 24 is right in there. All right, so this zone, as you can see, is going to be a resistance zone. It's good to sell here at Astro Hours or up here or up here. Right, 3 levels to sell. Just match it to an Astro Hour. And sometimes there are a few levels. Okay, on the price, there's always more than one, but the timing should match something. You can always do what we learned at technical analysis, go down to the smaller time frame, and then wait for that reaction to happen. Okay, now on the euro dollar, Friday is a swing day. Okay, so what the market can do is kind of like go up to sell off again. And here, what you're going to have to look out for is the distance it's going to close when it is going up, which is going to be the low of that bar there. 1.0933. 1.09. Oh, come on. 1.0933. We'll just mark it in there. Okay, on your small time frame chart. Let's do it. 1.0933 is pretty much there. All right, so this zone is a good level to sell off at Astra hours if the market comes up there. Okay. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, Bitcoin. Also, like I said, euro dollar. Swing day for the euro dollar was Monday or Tuesday, which were the highs. Okay, and then we might be going into Friday, making it, going all the way down to a Friday swing low, where on Monday we can kind of go up for a retracement or something like that. Okay, so if we come up here a little bit more, selling is not a bad idea at all. Here's Dow Jones, nice and easy. All right, now as you can see, we haven't closed lower than that. It's kind of sweeped it, still closing above it, but in my opinion, we should still go down. Okay, all right, and that's a nice breach there. So if we have a retracement up, I'm happy to sell. Would it go that far? Let's see. 37,492. We could get all the way up into there, 37,492. Okay, so going up is not a bad idea. Look at that. That's just beautiful, coming down to all the targets there. And the Astro hour, I think, was around there yesterday, either that bar or that bar. And you can see that's the opening, sweeping the Asia high, coming right down into target zone, and then picking up from there. If you use your astrology, you should be fine. See our pricing with the 8 a.m. strategy. It's just working nice. So going up, you've got to be careful here. 1, 2, 3. This is this spot because it might want to cover the gaps. If it does, that's fine. Dow Jones, Friday is a swing day. So we're either going to go up or down, or we're going to muck around sideways and then go up tomorrow to make a high, and then next week we'll sell off. Okay, those are the two options. If you want to go long, to get up to somewhere, you could have, if you use the Astro hours, I'm thinking, okay, because today, let me just see. The first one is not even there yet. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there were Astro hours, but they were too early in the morning. So this is going to be here. All right. So if we do come down and you want to buy, you can from this zone. Okay, down here. You can from this zone down here in order to go up. But that's under the condition that we don't go up first. We come down first. If it keeps pushing up, then we're going to go somewhere to sell off. And that could be a high on Friday as well to sell off next week, like I said. NASDAQ, nice. As you can see, this is really nice to see right there yesterday on the target. PST targeting is magic. It really is. Let's see, on the daily, this is where we're at. Does the market want to go higher? Well, no, I'd say I'd want to short this. Okay. So this zone 60, 59, 60, 16, 807, 827. 16, 807. 807. And 8. This is it here. 827. So this is a good zone to sell. Okay. NASDAQ swing day was Tuesday. Okay, and that is your high of the week on Tuesday. It was right, I think. Yep, that's your Tuesday swing day. Bang, bang. Okay. So if you made use of that, you would have been okay. Here as well, there's a bit of room to go up, but I'd be a seller. I'd be selling like indices because it's making nice lows, as you can see, closing lower. Bitcoin, let's take a look at the daily. Yesterday, nice. I told you it's like an impulse where there's a flag formation here, as you can see. That can still go up, 49, 43,590. That could be a sell level at Astro Hours. Okay, 43,590. The other option is you got to wait for 44,644, 764. All right, which is going to be there. So selling either here or here is the way to go on that one. Still hasn't broken below this, but it has broken below that. It hasn't really closed under it, but that's how it is. So that's it. So if you want to take a chance with that, that's the way to go. There's a bit of a gap here. You'd need to be careful. So if the market does push up, don't start standing in front of it, because here's a gap it might want to fill. Boom, boom kind of thing. All right, so a bit more care and diligence needed, but those are the levels on the weekly. As you can see, it's done the support there. And we talked about buying here. This was a support, but later it's going to break that. So when it goes up, finding a place to sell is not a bad idea.